Hi everyone, Gaz here again from Bootcamp UK, and today's video what we're going to discuss is no pain, no gain. Is it right to train, okay, when we're in pain? How does pain come about, okay, and how can we combat it? That's what we're going to discuss today. So the first thing that we need to distinguish then, okay, is what is pain? What type of pain are we talking about here? Are we talking about DOMS, otherwise known as delayed onset muscle soreness? Or are we actually talking about pain as in muscular tears, muscular injuries, rips, skeletal injuries, so on and so forth? So the first thing that we need to distinguish is it DOMS, okay, or is it something more serious? Okay, so let's look at the more serious of them two then, okay? So let's just say you are getting pain, okay, through a muscular injury, skeletal injury, muscular tear, whatever it may be. These can come about through many different reasons. So overtraining, incorrect technique, doing too much too soon, or otherwise what's known as ego lifting, okay, where you're actually trying to lift too much than what you're physically capable of. Looking at the person next to you, you know, they're doing this weight, so you're going to try and match them, you know, just because you want to increase your ego. Now, if you're getting injuries or you have pain from them specific reasons, then no pain, no gain does not come into play here. You're not going to get any gain from your pain when it's injury related. Anybody who tells you otherwise, okay, then that's ill advice. What you need to do, okay, is you need to rest, you need to recover, and then you need to come back, okay, having been fully repaired, and then start back through the process again. So let's talk about pain from DOMS then, delayed onset of muscle soreness. Okay, so pain from DOMS. A lot of people think to get DOMS what they need to do is they need to go out and they need to work really, really hard. They need to do the most amount of repetitions that they can, the biggest weight that they can, okay, because they want that DOMS, they want that pain, you know. As much as it is sore and as much as it is painful, a lot of people thrive off it because it's shown them the next day or 2 days later that actually what they'd done on that session was worthwhile and that they worked hard. Now, looking at the theory of you need to do a lot of work, a lot of reps, okay, a lot of high intensity stuff, okay, to get this DOMS is not actually factually correct. There's a couple of things which you need to look at first and foremost, okay, and we're going to start with these now. Okay, first one being then, how far are you into your fitness journey? You know, have you been coming to boot camp for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, you know, 4 years, some of it may be, okay? It's all variable and it all depends on how long that you've been coming for. Or are you a complete new beginner? If you're a complete new beginner and you've never done any boot camp or this type of training before, okay, then you'll come to realise that actually lowering the weight, okay, and doing less amount of repetitions at the time, okay, you may still get this delayed onset of muscle soreness, okay, a couple of days later. Reason being, your body's not used to this type of training, your muscles don't know what they're doing, you've taken your body completely out of its comfort zone, okay, so our body may not be fatigued, okay, either muscularly or cardiovascularly at the time whilst you're training. The fact that you're making your body guess, okay, taking your body out of its comfort zone, otherwise known as homeostasis, then you may still get these DOMS a couple of days later. Okay, so you're not new to boot camp then. Okay, this is not your first session. You have been coming a few sessions before. You've had the DOMS at the beginning, okay, and now you're not really feeling these DOMS. You want the DOMS back. You want to feel like that you've worked hard. Okay, let's look at a couple of things here. It may not be that you need to 100% go out, up the reps, up the weight, go out and do it. Let's actually look at your technique. Okay, is your technique correct? Is it spot on? Is it the best that it can be? You know, if you're getting, let's just say on a deadlift, for example, okay, if your technique isn't 100% correct, okay, then what you need to do is let's correct this. Let's correct your technique. Let's get all the right muscles activated and engaged during that lift. Okay, when you've been engaging the right muscles, have you been doing it incorrectly? You're now doing it correctly, okay? Again, you'll then start to feel these DOMS because you're bringing in new muscles, activating new muscles, the correct muscles during that lift. That goes for all exercises, not just deadlifts, okay? So we've got the deadlifts, barrel snatches, clean and presses, you know, even things with the hammers on the big tyres, okay, all this. Let's get good, correct technique, okay, let's get all the right active muscles engaged, okay, and then you may start then to feel these DOMS coming back. Okay, so you're further on into your training now then, okay? You've got your technique sorted, you're an experienced boot camper, you've been coming for a long time, you're no longer taking your body out of its comfort zone, okay? Your body kind of knows what's coming on, what's coming next. It's got that muscle memory, it knows what's happened, so you want to push that little bit further, you want to take your body out of your comfort zone, okay? Now here's the time where you can start upping the intensity, upping the weight, okay? And actually working to your maximal 100%, okay? No pain, no gain. Is this where it comes in? Quite possibly. However, what you need to actually look at and take into account is if you're actually giving it 100%, you've upped the weight, you've upped the intensity, then you know you are going to get fatigued, both muscular fatigues and also cardiovascular fatigue. Once you then start getting fatigued, okay, what you need to look at and to make sure that it's still correct is that your technique, okay, doesn't then not start disintegrating. Okay, you want to keep that technique at the highest point all the way through. As it then starts to come down, okay, what you're doing then is you're opening your chances to becoming injured, getting the wrong type of pain, okay, through ill-correct technique, just because you've upped the intensity, you've upped the levels, you've upped the weight, and now you're really pushing for it. Let's keep that technique right. Let's push yourself, okay, to that extent, okay, to that your technique, okay, to then not start to falter. Once it then starts to falter, okay, that's your limit. Let's start cutting it off there, okay. Let's keep pushing at that limit, keep working on that until you can then keep your technique for a further longer period. Okay, so you've finished your boot camp session then, okay, and you've got the delayed onset of muscle soreness. You have got DOMS, okay. DOMS can last anywhere between 18 hours and in extreme cases all the way up to 72 hours. Now, what do we do here? Do we continue to train throughout this pain? We have got this pain, okay, no pain, no gain, remember, okay, right pain. DOMS is the right pain. So you've now got these DOMS. Do we continue to train through it? Yes or no? What do we do? Okay. Well, like I say, there's DOMS can last anywhere between 18 hours and 72 hours, and in most cases, okay, the muscle has repaired itself enough, okay, before the DOMS actually subside. Now, do you train through DOMS? Now, this all comes down to the individual. This is where you need to start listening to your body. Okay, if your DOMS is that severe, okay, and it's 48 hours after, let's just say that, or 24 hours, 48 hours, and you want to go and train, actually listen to your body. If your DOMS is so severe that you can not physically move, okay, can barely move, it hurts to move your neck or whatever it is, okay, then you need to really listen to your body and question yourself, is boot camp right to go back for me now straight away? Because like I said, what we don't want to do is do too much too soon, okay, and then go down the musculoskeletal injury route. However, like I did just say, okay, is that the muscle has generally repaired itself, okay, before the DOMS subside. So yes, it is okay to train whilst you do still have DOMS, okay, but like I said, it's down to individual preference. Listen to your body, okay, you know your body better than anybody else. Does it feel right to go back to training now? So what can you do to help DOMS then? Okay, well, there's a few different things. You can stretch, keep stretching, keep the body moving, okay, make sure you take on sufficient protein, etc. Okay, help these muscles repair themselves after your training session. Have a nice bath, magnesium in the bath, okay, magnesium within supplements as well, okay, magnesium helps the body, helps with sleep as well. Body repairs itself more when you're generally sleeping. And carnitine, a little supplement called carnitine as well. What that does, puts more oxygen, okay, into the red blood cells, which helps speed up the recovery. So there is quite a few different things that you can do. Not forgetting, okay, foam rolling as well. It hurts, but it's good for you. So there is ways that you can help with these DOMS, help recover from the DOMS a lot quicker. However, like I've said, if you wanted to come back to training, okay, that's down to your individual preference. Listen to your body, okay. Generally, the muscle has repaired itself before the DOMS subsides, so it is safe to do so. However, that's down to you. Make the right call. Okay, final point from me then, okay, let's play devil's advocate. So let's say you go into boot camp, your technique's correct, okay, you're lifting these heavy weights, you're smashing yourself, you're pushing yourself to the maximum level, but you're still not getting DOMS, you're still not feeling that pain, that good pain after the session, therefore you don't really feel that you're gaining from it. A little bit of advice from me then, okay, what you need to do is keep mixing your training up, keep the body guessing, okay. If you keep going through the same movements all the time, your body knows what's coming next, it knows what to expect, okay, and it goes into its little safe mode, protects itself, and only uses the muscles which it's it knows it can get away with. It'll stop using, the body will start getting lazy, it'll stop using certain muscles, okay? Keep mixing the training up, keep using different muscle groups. That's why boot camp's so great, and that's why we have a lot of different instructors. A different instructor brings something different to the table every single time, which keeps mixing the training up. And that's good for boot camp, it's good for your training, and hopefully, okay, it will help you progress, and then you'll start getting these DOMs, you'll start feeling these DOMs, you'll start feeling these good pains. So to conclude then, no pain, no gain. Is it correct? Yes and no. Okay, there's a good type of pain and there's also a bad type of pain. If it's DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness, okay, your body is telling you that you have worked hard during that session, okay, and your muscles are breaking down, you're tearing them up for them to repair and to be stronger. So that's a good type of pain. Let's go down the musculoskeletal route, okay? If you're getting pains through muscular tears, muscular injuries, skeletal injuries, then that's the bad type of pain. We don't want to be training through that. No pain, no gain does not come into account there. So no pain, no gain, yes, it's true, but on the other hand, it's also false. Listen to your body, keep mixing up your training. More videos to come. I've been Gaz. This is Bootcamp's informational video 2, okay? More to come in very soon. Thank you very much. See you later.